Hello, Sagittarius. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a reading focused on the divine masculine and who is coming towards you. What are they bringing towards you? So we're going to be taking a look at the masculine shadow side and messages from their higher self. So let's get right into this. General as always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from it what makes sense for you, as always, and release the rest. If you are interested in your own reading, that information is down below in the description box. I will include a link to the decks and creators that you do see here today, and cross-watchers are always welcome. So Sagittarius, let's get into this as far as who's coming towards you. So we're going to go ahead and pull letters that could be a part of your masculine's name, and then we'll go ahead and grab some potential signs, okay, of who might be coming towards you at this time, a particular masculine that you have in mind for this reading. So we'll go ahead and grab a few letters that could be an indication of who it is. We've got a Z. We have V. Let's grab this one. We have an E. B. Let's grab a couple more letters. We have an O. And lastly, we have a U. Okay, so if any of those letters are a part of your masculine's name or even a part of your name, it could be a combination of both. So let's go ahead and grab some signs here for the collective, for Sagittarius, and who's coming towards you. All right, so we'll pick 6 signs. We've got Taurus. We have Gemini. Another Sagittarius, or this could be reflective off of your own energy here. Something significant that has something to do with you, of course. So there could be a very important message coming through for Sagittarius in this reading specifically. Scorpio, Capricorn, and then we've got Virgo. All right, so let's take a look and see where the masculine is at when it comes to their shadow self. So I'm going to start things off with this deck by Mystic Moon, the Twin Flame Shadows deck. All right, so taking a look at the masculine's shadows and perhaps what might be standing in the way of you guys coming together, moving to the next level in your partnership. Whatever issues and challenges you guys might be dealing with might have to do with what is in their shadows. Okay, for Sagittarius, focusing on the divine masculine's shadows. We've got emptiness. Okay, so if they're feeling empty inside, there could be something that's missing in their life that could be as a result of someone who has hurt them in the past. And if you're dealing with somebody who's empty to begin with, they're unable to fulfill you in the connection in their own life. Something's missing. So there could also be something missing and coming up empty when it comes to this connection. You might also be dealing with a masculine who is guarded in some way. They've got their boundaries up, they've got their walls up for some reason. And again, that might have to do with past heartbreak, people that have hurt them, and therefore they're a little bit apprehensive perhaps to dive fully into a love connection, or they've got their own hang-ups. And they could also be acting really childish towards you or really immature at this point in time. This could also represent past energies when it comes to the masculine. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this. I'm going to pull from the Moody Moon Messages deck, the Masculine Edition by Sister Moon Tarot. So when it comes to the masculine here, what else do we need to know when it comes to their shadow side? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius, focusing on the masculine, whoever represents the masculine energy in the relationship. And since it is just energy, it can be a man or a woman. And I've got a card flying. Hold on one second. Okay. Incomplete. Missing. Wanting. Desiring. Emptiness. Remember, we've got that right here. So because they themselves are incomplete, they are unable to perhaps meet you halfway in this partnership. They do think about you, though, I feel, my feminines. They desire you, they want you, and they are missing you. That's clearly indicated here. They still feel the connection, connected, energy, telepathy, knowing. So there could also be telepathic communication going on here from the two of you, even though you're at a distance from one another. Maybe they're more comfortable connecting with you telepathically rather than in the 3D world because they are so guarded. And that could very well be a part of their immaturity, and that they need to work on parts of themselves that are coming through with that type of energy. We also have a masculine here who's feeling very insecure, self-doubt, comparing, self-loathing. So they're very hard on themselves, I feel. You know, in this photo, you know, we've got a gentleman here who's looking into the mirror and maybe being really nitpicky with themselves. But again, it can be a woman as well. It doesn't just have to be a man. All right, since we're just focusing on energies here. So this is something that they need to work through within themselves, but they definitely still feel your energy, your connection, Divine Feminine. So let's clarify this with some tarot. I'm going to go ahead and pull messages from my tarot teacher. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Sagittarius. We're taking a look at, from your masculine's shadow side, what do we need to know? Let's go ahead and clarify some of these cards here. So they're running on empty. They don't have a whole lot to offer you right now. And they are in this energy of self-doubt and self-loathing, and they're feeling very insecure. But they feel you. They feel the connection. Look at that. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you guys could be dealing with an earth sign here. We already have Taurus, and we've got Virgo and Capricorn. So all the earth signs are represented through the signs that came through already. So Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, manifestation. This masculine perhaps wants to manifest a new beginning with the feminine. Perhaps getting to a point where they will be ready to offer stability, a solid offer of that stability and security that perhaps has been missing. We've got the World card right here. So part of the shadows that are representing itself here, I feel, feminines, is because your masculine has had a lot to deal with in the past, maybe, which is why they're guarded. So that's a part of the cycle that needs to phase out, that needs to complete here in order to open up a brand new door. Because to me, whenever I see the World card, it always reminds me of doors. You know, one door needs to close in order to open up a new door of opportunity to bring about accomplishment and fulfillment in one's life, whether that has anything to do with one's love life or just some other aspect of this person's life. But I do feel things have a potential to work itself out here between the two of you. Your masculine, I feel, has had this breakthrough. They have clarity now. You know, it's like a wake-up call, that epiphany, that aha moment. It's like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do now in order to manifest this new beginning with my feminine. And this would be quite beneficial, I feel, for the masculine going into hermit mode in the meantime, because that's really what's going to help them to heal. I feel taking a look at themselves, taking time by themselves, just spending alone time, thinking about things, thinking about what they've done in the relationship to contribute to perhaps the demise, the separation, the distance, and what's going on between the masculine and the feminine. So part of going into hermit mode might actually help them with their insecurities, guiding them through to move forward in order to get here with that Six of Wands, a more successful, victorious energy when it comes to this partnership. And the masculine, they have to be able to restore their confidence here. Right now, They're not quite there yet. So they have to recognize the value that they have within themselves in order to not come up empty anymore. That's what I'm feeling when it comes to this masculine's shadow side. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some cards now reflective off of where they're at from their higher self. So let's grab some additional messages. I'm going to start with the Heart and Soul Whispers of Love deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Who is coming towards you when it comes to the masculine? So we've got some letters there. We've got some signs. And I mean, obviously, if the person that you're thinking about, if that doesn't have their sign or letter in their name, that doesn't mean the messages cannot reflect off of the connection here and give you some guidance in that way. All right, so Sagittarius, what else do we need to know when it comes to this masculine who's coming towards you? I feel they're in the process of working through themselves. Kissing you still gives me chills, okay? So they're definitely thinking about those intimate moments. I miss our cute little date nights. Okay, first of all, they just miss you, no matter what. But they're also missing those kisses. They're missing the times that you guys were together and just hanging out and enjoying each other's company. I read your old text messages. They make me smile. So they look through past conversations that you guys have had and they're feeling quite nostalgic. They think about you. They reminisce. It makes them happy. Look at this. Time apart kills me. So they're definitely feeling the emptiness that has come through from their shadows. And it's empty because you're not there. You actually fulfill this masculine. So let's add to this. I'm going to grab some additional messages from the Love Journey deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius, focusing on the masculine here and what's coming through from their higher self at this time. They miss you. They're reading through text messages. Walk with me into destiny. This is a masculine who sees this connection as a destined bond. You guys were meant to connect in this lifetime, and they want you to be a part of their future. I can't breathe without you next to me. You know, I'm almost feeling like nothing's been going right in their life since you guys went into separation. You know? Let's grab one more card here, and then we'll clarify with some tarot messages. I wrote you a letter I'm afraid to send. I mean, this could be a text also that they have put together. Or it could be an email, or of course an actual letter that they've been thinking about mailing. However that's coming about here, or even just reaching out on social media. However way they want to be able to interact and communicate. It's been put together, but maybe they keep deleting it, or they're just really unable to find the courage to go ahead and communicate these things. So we might have a masculine here who's just feeling just hesitant to be able to communicate with the feminine, but they've got so much that they want to say. You know, that's why they're reading through all of these old text messages. It makes them happy. It makes them smile, as it says, and maybe a part of them wants to respond or continue the conversation, but they're also allowing their fears to get in the way of all that, you know? So let's go ahead and grab some additional tarot messages to clarify stuff. So we'll grab messages from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. And for those who are new to my channel and unfamiliar with this deck, this is one that I created especially for advanced beginners who would like to learn how to read tarot, because the majority of the cards has upright and reversed meanings. And the twist here is it includes new oracle messages. It includes new court cards. Definitely makes it a lot easier to learn. So if that's something you're interested in, you know, the deck shop link is down below. So let's go ahead, Sagittarius, and grab some additional insight here when it comes to the masculine that's coming towards you. All right, so we've got a card coming up in the reverse. This is the Baroness of Air. So the Baroness of Air represents the divine feminine in this equation, representing Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra specifically. So if you're representing the feminine here, this could be you right now and where you're at. Okay, so part of the issue for some of you, and this will not apply to everyone, is the feminine could have been unfaithful to the masculine. Okay, so again, that's not going to apply to everybody, but that is how it's presenting itself here. Because in the reverse, the Baroness of Air is unfaithful. Could be a little bit sneaky or too clingy here. So that could have been a part of the reason why we have a very insecure masculine here. Because of that, we do have the Page of Pentacles, however. Okay, so we already have, as I've mentioned, all of the earth signs represented here. We've got Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So Pentacles representing earth energy. This is about manifestation, desires, being able to create a solid foundation, a new beginning in a partnership. For some of you, maybe your masculine could be younger than you, but they're grounded, you know, despite their age. This is somebody who I feel they've got their act together, you know. They know what it is that they want to be able to manifest in their life. And part of what it is that they want to manifest is perhaps a reunion with the feminine. And also, my feminines tuning in, especially those who relate to the reverse Baroness of Air. You know, if you were the one that was unfaithful to your masculine, perhaps it is you as well that wants to manifest a new beginning here and ready to create a much stronger foundation in this partnership. So, you know, we're not always out to blame the masculine here as far as being unfaithful to a partner. It could be the feminines as well, and that's how it's presenting itself here. All right, what else? We've got the Baroness of Fire. Okay, so we've got more feminine energy coming through here. So this is a Sagittarius reading. The Baroness of Fire represents fire energy. Sagittarius, of course, that's a part of you, but it could also apply to Leo and Aries as well. We've already got the Sagittarius card coming through there. So the Baroness of Fire is someone who's even keeled, you know, you're someone who loves to take action. You're okay with taking risks, certainly when it comes to love and romance. You're not the type that's just going to sit around waiting for things to come to you. You make things happen. Okay, you could be someone who's very compassionate and caring as well. Wow. But we did get something difficult that happened here in this equation, because the Three of Swords representing heartbreak, okay, possibly a love triangle, which is already coming through with that reversed Baroness of Air, because again, there could have been an unfaithful partner here, and that contributed to somebody experiencing heartbreak over the betrayal, and so they've been lonely, they've been feeling depressed over the separation. And so when it comes to this masculine, perhaps that has affected them and why they're coming up empty. You know, they've just been defeated, and maybe that's why they're guarded as well. You know, but they still see a possibility for a new beginning here. They've been working on themselves, and perhaps my feminines, this is something that you need to work on for yourself as well. Let's grab one more message here. So there's healing that needs to happen between the masculine and feminine here. And then we've got the High Priestess representing the divine feminine once again. So my feminines, you just need to trust your gut and intuition here as the High Priestess. So there might not be a whole lot going on with your masculine right now because they're feeling a bit apprehensive or hesitant. They're guarded right now, possibly because they were on the receiving end of this Three of Swords. So if they are in hermit mode right now, give them the time and space to be able to figure themselves out. And eventually, I feel they're going to want to create some sort of movement or communication with you in order to get things moving forward here in this partnership. That's what's coming through there. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap it up with some dialogue messages here. I'm going to pull from my Heart Space Oracle. These messages could come from either the masculine or the feminine, whoever needs to speak up here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Who needs to speak up? Is it the masculine? Is it the feminine? What do you guys need to say to each other right now? We're star-crossed lovers. Why can't the stars just mind its own business and let us be together? Damn. So I get for either of you that you feel like there's just been too many things getting in the way of you guys coming together. And that could certainly include this love triangle, third-party situations, people getting in the way of you guys finding your way towards each other. I'm here, you're there. Let's fix that, shall we? Okay, so they don't like the distance. They don't like being apart from you. They want to be with you. Sometimes when there are no words left to say, when we're just looking into each other's eyes, I can barely breathe. And all I want at that moment is to be with you forever, forever. So there's something about when you guys interacted with each other, those intimate moments when you would just look into each other's eyes. There's something very special about that. And since we do have more than likely a separation and distance here, going back to this card, I can't breathe without you next to me. Okay, because you more than likely are the person that represents the very air that they breathe, or at least that's how they feel, you know? Let's grab one more. One more message from either yourself, you the viewer, or the masculine here. Sometimes when you don't notice, I stare at you and simply memorize everything about you. Everything. Okay? So either of you could be coming through with that message. You know this person like the back of your hand. Everything about them, how they look, how they conduct themselves, their mannerisms, everything about them. And they know everything about you as well. And what I'm just getting here ultimately is, yes, you guys have experienced past heartbreak, a very painful breakup perhaps, but there is the possibility for restoring this, bringing it back. Okay, just trust that should that be an opportunity that you guys are presented with, that everything could ultimately fall back into place and giving you guys the opportunity to move forward and to be together and just find happiness again. All right, so I don't think it's impossible, but there's definitely some healing that is needed here between the two of you. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. And if you're interested in your own reading, Sagittarius, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.